This is my main willow leaf ficus. I've had this for about 5 or 6 years. I originally got this for $25 at a little nursery, if you can believe that. I knew it was a good deal when I saw it. This is it as of August of 2025, and it was really healthy, been growing all season, but you can see the problem there. Multiple branches coming out of the same locations. It's kind of like 3 main locations there: top left, middle right, and bottom left. And I've been kicking this can down the road for a while, but I knew sooner or later I'm going to have to deal with that. If I continue to ignore it, then eventually it'll get this big growth bulge up top and in the middle there where those branches were coming out. So I trimmed it up some. Now, I wasn't really planning on this day to do anything too drastic, but the more I looked at it, the more I realized, at some point I just have to do it. It'll be a setback and it'll look awkward and weird for a while because we're taking off basically like 3/4 of the branches there. But you can kind of get the idea there. Want to keep it in kind of an every other, alternating pattern. So I start making big cuts. And in this video also, I'll show you some of the weirdness of this species. Something weird it does every winter, where it kind of just defoliates itself, and I'll show you. But in the meantime, this is me being super cautious about my big cuts. I wired up that bottom branch because it had this kind of weird curve in it. Got rid of that one. And it was super long and straight. So I put some wire on that top one too. Give it some bend. So yeah, it looks a little awkward. At the same time, I repotted it. It had some really goofy roots. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I didn't really want as much of a lean as it had, so I kind of stood it a little more upright like that. And I was a little worried because it didn't have as many roots as I thought. But here it is, not long after, a week or two. And as you can see, already it's back budding and shooting out new branches all over the place. So that was a relief. And here it is about 2 weeks after that. And it's shooting out new leaves from there. Almost too many in a way, where I'm going to have to go into some selection here soon. But for now, I'll just let it grow and recover. Here it is about a month later. At this point, I'm bringing all the trees indoors for the winter. Seems to have recovered just fine. It's still awkward looking. Doesn't have a nice round globe type shape like it had before, but at least we can build from here. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that I might have to lose that top branch. And then what do I see? Look at that. You almost miss it if you're not really paying attention. Look how tiny those are, little spider mites. So gotta deal with that. Get out my neem oil. I actually buy neem oil in concentrate form, and then I just dilute it and put it in this bottle. I think I bought this bottle at a store at one point. Douse it with the neem oil, let it sit for a little bit. Then rinse it off. I have not seen any spider mites since then. Now, where were we? I'm going to do some selective pruning. I don't want to get real drastic with it again, since I just did a couple of months ago. But I want to make sure I keep it on the right track, structure-wise. And I'm looking at that very top branch, the leader, essentially, that has the wire on at the top left there. And I'm just not sure about it, honestly, even now as I'm looking at it. Just not sure about it. Here's a closer look. I'll tell you, these willow leaf ficuses, their growth patterns are interesting and kind of different from a lot of ficuses. They seem to randomly have these growth spurts where just all of a sudden, for no reason at all, they just explode with growth. But at the same time, on the flip side, in the winter, they defoliate themselves randomly. And it's not like they all do it at the same time, because I have more than one willow leaf ficus, and like one will do it and one will not. Same lighting conditions and everything, so I'm not exactly sure what triggers it or causes it. And the first time it ever happened, I sort of freaked out and thought it was dying. It was just so random. But now I don't freak out anymore. I just kind of accept that it happens with these. I see how this developed, that problem with all the branches initially. As you can see with those leaves, it's really hard to tell what's going on in there. Finally, I decided to get rid of that top branch, because I could just already see some reverse tapers starting to develop up there. I'll make a cutting out of that. I'm going to try to take a chunk out of that top part there. Got to be careful doing this. Sometimes I bit too deep and you can end up like undercutting the branch on one side or the other. So I was trying to be careful to not do that. Not too bad. Even now, I'm still thinking about getting rid of one more of those branches, but this thing can only take so much of a beating in such a short amount of time. So it's a little awkward still, but that's okay. Fast forward to December. Not a lot has changed in that time. It's been in the grow tent, and it'll be in the grow tent all winter. It hasn't completely defoliated itself yet, but you can kind of see it's starting to. It's lost a lot of its leaves. That root base flares out so big, almost like a palm tree would. And I've had a few cuttings from this that have done the same thing, just on its own for some reason. There you can see where it's lost some leaves. Not a cause for concern. It does something a little weird after this. Look at all that back budding though on those branches. Again, maybe too much. I'm looking for any obvious problems. You know, like anything that's got 5 branches coming out of one spot, that type of thing. I do see a couple spots now where there's at least 3 branches coming out of one spot. But since it's kind of in this lull defoliation spot, I'll wait and let some of them bounce back. Also take the wires off of this bottom branch just to kind of see if it held. And it kind of did. It actually just sort of changed the shape of that bottom branch, and I don't love it. So all in all, this tree is going through a bit of a transition, or I don't know, a character change. Looks like that scar is, I wouldn't say healed up, but sealed up. And then back in the grow tent it goes. And here it is as of just a couple days ago. So here's the weird thing that it did. It went through its defoliation, and then it just popped out a whole bunch of buds everywhere, but not a lot of leaves yet. It's like they're all right on the cusp of leafing out. So I don't know if I've really seen them do this much. My theory is that it popped out too much new growth too quickly, and maybe didn't have enough roots to support it, and then it kind of just ran out of gas. I'm putting that in, you know, summarizing that, but that's my theory more or less as to what happened there. It still has some live leaves in there, so I'm not worried about it. And I'm sure that once I take it outside here in about a month when it warms up, it's probably going to explode with growth. But just kind of a little weirdism, which is half the reason I'm showing this video, is just to show some of the different things that I've seen this tree go through, good and bad. One little awkward branch down at the bottom. It's really been a cool tree, considering I got it for $25 at a little boutique store. It's actually a little succulent store here in town. They had one non-succulent on the day that I went in there, and this was it, and it was $25. So naturally I had to buy it. So that's it for now. Let me know what you think, good, bad, or otherwise. And thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day.